the end. Heidi-ho!
Hey perverts, welcome back to another edition of Tommy Likes It. I'm your host, Tommy Purr, and this is the toy review show where I talk about the toys that interest me and the toys that I hope interest you as well, exclusively on the Rogue Toys YouTube channel. Gotta tell ya, Neca certainly treated us by releasing The Creep from Creepshow. But let's just take a look at the box and admire the display here. For you Mint on Card collectors, this figure is amazing to display. You can see all the accessories clear as day. It says strange, eerie, and terrifying on top. It's got the Creepshow signature font on the side here, both sides actually. You get a picture of the Creepshow creep himself. And I gotta tell you, this guy used to terrify me as a kid. It's been quite a while since I've seen the movie, but looking back on it, it was just a skeleton wrapped in terry cloth and used gauze, and it's so funny looking back on it now and realizing there's really nothing to be scared of, right? Like on the back here, it's got the logo still, Tales of Suspense and Horror. And on the back here, it's got a nice little intro from the creep himself. And it goes, "Welcome boils and ghouls, as the purveyor of all that is gruesome and grotesque, I bid you welcome to Creepshow. So sit right down and prepare to enter my world, where creeping creatures and nefarious neighbors inhabit our nightmares. Each new story delights in its insidious intent, and I won't stop until every hair is raising on end." That's saying something. I got a lot of hair. For those of you who have never seen Creepshow, it's basically an anthology movie. And the creep is kind of involved in the intro and the outro of the movie. Tom Atkins, who's one of the major final guys, I guess you could say, is that actor that you're like, oh yeah, I have seen him in so many horror movies.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I took care of it. That's why God made fathers, babe.
I got good news and bad news, girls.
What?
The good news is your dates are here.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
He's great. He plays a total jerk who gets his comeuppance from his son, who is played by Joe King, who is the son of Stephen King, who is also known as Joe Hill nowadays, the author of Dr. Sleep. And speaking of Stephen King, he stars in one of the short stories in the anthology, so it's pretty awesome. So definitely check it out. It's been a few years since I've seen it. I definitely think it warrants a rewatch, but that's not why we're here. We're here to look at the action figure. We're going to take a close look at paint application, articulation, accessories, and whether or not this definitely lives up to Neca's reputation for being one of the best toy creators out there on the market today. So let's go ahead and open them up and take a closer look, shall we? And here we are. The creep is out of the bag, or the box, whatever, out of the grave, it doesn't matter. The creep in all his glory. Oh, he's so gross looking, but in a really cool way. Let's take a look at the accessories real quick. He comes with one alternate hand. It's a left hand, and it's meant to hold the lamp, obviously. And here is said lamp. Really nice detail on there. That's going to look really cool with just pretty much any horror type of figure, especially Jason Voorhees, since he does the whole, camp counselor gimmick, or camp killer gimmick, I mean. And then this is such a cool accessory, this skull. And what's even cooler is if you look there, clearly room to stick it on a peg, which I think you can do with other figures. I know you can do it with the creep. It doesn't look real well, but it does fit on the neck peg. And we'll look at that shortly, but let's take a look at the creep. And he just looks so gross. The hair is rooted, and it's like it's really soft too, which is shocking. But yeah, he's just so gross. He's so decayed, and I love the expression. I love the teeth. We are also going to take the robe off to take a closer look at the body, because I have people asking me if this would be cool to use as like a corpse for horror movie displays, and I think it's going to be amazing for such a project. But you can see here, no ankle pivot, but you do have an ankle joint. He's got some big feet too, like jeez, my gosh. And the hands are really cool too. Let's try and focus the camera. Look at that. Look at how gnarly those fingernails look, and just let's go ahead and take off the robe, shall we?
2,000 years later.
So, in the midst of undressing the creep in a non-perverted way, I discovered something really interesting. So I take back what I said about being able to see all the accessories. You can't see all the accessories in this box, Mint on Card Collectors. And the reason being is because when you pull out the blister card, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's supposed to come with the Creepshow comic book. And not only do you not see it when it's in the package, which I don't know why they would do that, I didn't get one. Yeah, guys, I did not get a Creepshow comic book to go with my creep figure. And that kind of disappoints me. But you know what? 2 minutes on the printer, I can make my own. I shouldn't have to, but I can make one. It's not that big of a deal. But with the robe off, this is what the creep looks like. Really good articulation, double jointed elbows, but it's kind of weird, so you gotta be careful. He's got the joint here and then the joint here. So if you want to double joint elbow it, you have to be very careful. Oh, there we go. So it's not there. There's one joint, there is the other joint. So you gotta be very careful when doing this, because you don't want to end up just breaking your figure altogether. So be careful. But there you go. I switched out the hand already. So this is the alternate hand that holds the lamp. I love this lamp. Such amazing detail. It's going to look really great with like my Jason Voorhees display for Camp Crystal Lake. You do have a wrist pivot, so the wrist can go up and down and all the way around. The head can go all the way around. The arms can spread out this much. The legs can kick this high and can also kick that far back. You can't really do the splits to the side, but that's okay. You don't need him to, right? And then he has this great ab articulation right here. So you can kind of like move it side to side, around, kind of hunch him over more, lean him back a little bit. The head can look up pretty well. Oops, sorry. Move that hand. Focus. There you go. Head can look... Oops, sorry about that, guys. Head can look up. Head can look down. And again, massive feet. No double jointed knees, just single joints. And that's totally okay. So for those of you who are asking if he would make a wonderful corpse for your horror movie displays, I can tell you adequately that he would. So this is perfect for needing background bodies for your horror movie displays. Really, really, really a good choice. I honestly would have never thought of that. So thank you for asking me if he would look good like that. Here's the skull, which fits onto the neck peg, but of course it doesn't really look right because the skull is just so white and so clean that it doesn't look good on the decayed flesh body of the creep. But let's actually take a look at the decayed flesh. Oh my gosh, guys, it's just so gross and in a really cool, awe-inspiring way. So you've got all the decayed flesh and webbing there on the rib cage, on the abdomen, the sunken in skin and flesh, just all the detail. Oh my gosh. It's gnarly. Oh, and just the spine right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And of course, you know, dirty ass hands. It is so cool. Pop the head off. Put the creep's head back on. Again, my favorite part of this figure is the teeth. I mean, the dude just looks scary as hell. He almost looks like the mascot from Iron Maiden. So that's cool. If you're an Iron Maiden fan, there you go. Even though they have their own figures, I want to get the Egyptian one, but there you go. This figure, if you are just into Creepshow and just want a figure from the movie, this is perfect for you. If you are doing displays and dioramas, this will also benefit you greatly. If you are a horror movie collector, this guy is going to fit in so well next to Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Candyman. I mean, come on, it's the Creep. He's so cool, and he's got a great look to him. And I can only hope that with the detail put into this figure, that we will hopefully, fingers crossed, get a Crypt Keeper figure from Tales from the Crypt. I would absolutely buy that in a heartbeat. With that said, does Tommy like it? Tommy definitely likes it. I mean, I would like it even more if I got my Creepshow comic book with it. But it's a great figure regardless. So I'm just glad that I still have the skull and the lamp and the extra hand. And I gotta tell you, hardest thing about this is getting the robe off. And we're gonna try and put it back on so I can take some photos for you guys for the end of this video like I always do, so you can see the figure in action. And that concludes another edition of Tommy Likes It. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I enjoyed making it. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram at _man_diva. Follow me on Twitter at rare_forum, RAWR_forum. And if you look hard enough, you can find me on Facebook. Be sure to check out our inventory at roguetoys.com. Check out all 5 locations, 3 in Las Vegas, 1 in Portland, Oregon, and 1 in Salt Lake City, Utah. And also be sure to check out the Facebook Live Claim Show every Tuesday night on the Rogue Toys Facebook page, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as Crystal and Steve offer you tremendous discounts on tremendous items from all 5 locations. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and we will see you soon, and be sure to stay safe.